workout today. This is a full body workout. It includes dumbbells and a bench. That's all you need. I suppose if you have a stability ball at home, you could use that as well. So I'm gonna get us all set up and let's talk about weight selection. So for your weights, I want you to think about a lighter set of dumbbells for smaller muscle groups and a heavier set of dumbbells for your larger muscle groups. So for your larger muscle groups, thinking things like chest, back, and things for your legs, they're larger, right? So you're gonna be using a heavier weight, and then your lighter weights are going to be for things like biceps and triceps. We're going to be doing this workout in a circuit fashion. Now, if we're looking for strength workout, a strength workout to really just focus on strength, we want to be pushing heavier weights for anywhere from 4 to 10 reps, 8 to 10 reps. And so we're going to be using heavier weights, right, if we're only doing 4 reps, because we always want to be challenging ourselves to complete those final reps. So with weight selection in terms of strength, lower reps, higher weight. When we're looking at building endurance and also strength at the same time, we're going to be looking at higher reps. So somewhere between 10 and 16 reps could be, right? I'm going to go right in the middle and just work with around 10 reps for each exercise. I'm going to do the first round with you. So I have my bench here, and I have a lighter set of dumbbells and then a heavier set of dumbbells, and we are going to start with goblet squats. And we're going to use our bench. So I'm using a heavier weight here. We're going to use our bench as a marker for the goblet squat. So I'm holding my weight like this, a heavier weight, turning my core on and setting my hips back, sit down into like from a completely seated position. Now find the base of your big toe, pinky toe, heel, pull your pelvic floor up, turn your core on, and stand straight up. So we do that for 10 reps. Now I'm not going to sit down completely for every single rep. I'm just going to start tapping my bottom. Just a little tap. There we go. And now on these reps, you want to make sure you're keeping your core strong. You want to keep your spine in that neutral position, but stacked. Thinking about the top of your head coming up to the ceiling, squeezing through the glutes at the top, and also thinking about your pelvic floor. Lots of things to think about here. That's why I like the goblet squat. It's great for the legs, but it also works the low back because you have to work to keep your spine in that neutral position. So that was exercise 1. That was the goblet squat. For exercise 2, once again, using our larger dumbbell for a row. Now, a lot of times people will go, oh, that's an arm exercise, right? I have to pull with a lighter weight. No, this is not for your hands or for your forearm. It's a little bit of bicep, but really what we're using is your lat. So I want you to think about relaxing your grip, not over squeezing. Don't change your wrist. Drop your arm, drop your shoulder, and then when you pull back, core strong, pull the weight back towards your hip bone. So I'm coming straight back. Exhale at the top. Focus on squeezing your shoulder blade back. Wrist comes to the hip. And we're doing 10 reps here. Really squeezing at the top. Switching sides. Drop the shoulder. Pull back, wrist to the hip. Keeping the core pulled in nice and strong. Nice, 10 reps there. And then going into a deadlift. So for our deadlifts, we're going to do an RDL. And once again, this is not an arm exercise, right? Our arms, our hands are just holding the weight. So we're thinking rather heavy on this one. And I'm going to go over here. So don't have a cameraman filming. So this one we're going to go with an RDL. What I want you to do is keep your knees soft but fixed. Shoulder blades back and down, and you're going to run the inside of your wrist to the outside, like if you were having a pair of jeans on the outside seam of your pants. Notice at the bottom, my back is straight. I'm looking at the ground, none at the mirror in front of me, right? And then straight back up. So at the bottom, I want to keep the top of my head in alignment with the rest of my spine. Core is nice and strong here. We're thinking about our pelvic floor. All right. And here's where if you have a medium set of weights, we might switch over to those. So we're going into a chest press. Once again, if you have a stability ball at home, you could roll out and put your head, neck, and shoulders on the stability ball. I love that because it works your glutes, because you have to keep your hips up if you're doing that. I'm using a bench today, but a stability ball would work as well. So on this one, we're going to preferably have our feet on the ground. If your bench is too tall, you can put your feet up if you need to in order to create a flat back, pulling the pelvic floor up, core nice and strong. And we're going to inhale down, exhale and press. And here we want to make sure that the dumbbells are not falling on our chest. Okay? So we're bringing the dumbbells out at an angle, not just dropping the weights down. Okay, out at an angle, in and up at the top, squeezing through the chest at the top. And exhale the top, good job. All right. All right, coming into our shoulder exercise. So for this one, you're probably going to want a little bit lighter weight here. So feel free to switch out. Just coming out of the chest press. And here we're just going to press overhead. Making sure the spine is staying stacked, core is nice and strong. Nice squeeze at the top. Very basic workout here, right? We don't have to reinvent the wheel. The question is, does the strength, did it happen, right? You want to just get it in. Okay, so I'm showing you very basic for a reason, because it doesn't have to be complicated. All right, coming from the shoulder press, we're going to go into a bicep curl. Notice with the bicep curl, I'm going all the way to the bottom. So we want our arms to go to 180 degrees, flat, straight, let the elbow fully extend, then rotate up, noticing I'm not rocking, I'm not swinging the weight up. Nice little squeeze at the top. And then I want you to ask yourself at the end of your set, was I tired at the end of that? I need to be tired at the end of the sets. So there, I'm at 12. My goal was 8 to 12. I wasn't really super tired. Maybe the next set I would go up by 2.5 pounds. With smaller muscle groups, you're going up by about 2.5 pounds. Larger muscle groups, you're going up by 5 to 10 pounds. All right, for our triceps, you're going to take a medium-sized weight, if you have a medium, or try the lighter, and then see if you can do the heavier. We're going to do a tricep overhead extension. So I'm going to point my elbows at the top, exhale and press straight up. Pulling the pelvic floor in, your core is nice and strong. And the last exercise is a lying leg raise. And then I'll have round one done and you guys can repeat this, okay? All right, for the lying leg raise, we're gonna lie down on the bench And we're going to reach our hands back overhead. And you have options here. Here, first things first, flatten your back. So you're gonna pull up your pelvic floor and then flatten your back out. And then you can do alternating heel touches. You can do both legs at once, where you do a little tap down, keeping your back nice and flat. And then if you want to take it to an advanced move, we could do a tailbone comes up and then a tap. Or you can go straight up. And that's it. So if you repeat this, you can do 2 more rounds. That would be a beginner intermediate, depending on how heavy your weight is. And then 3 to 6 rounds would be more of an intermediate to advanced. And you could even go up to, sometimes we'll do workouts on my live workouts on my Zooms, where we'll do 10 rounds and 10 reps. They call that a 10 by 10. And when we do those, we usually go a little bit lighter with weight and focus on good form, but going a little bit faster. And that's how we get a little more calorie burn, a little more cardio out of it. Please remember, if you're doing a strength workout and trying to get a big calorie burn, it's kind of like pushing on the gas pedal and the brake of your car at the same time. Strength work requires more rest in between sets. I kind of showed you something sort of in between. We didn't rest a lot. So for a basic or a beginner, you could certainly do exactly what I just did for your 3 rounds. However, if I really want to push strength, I should be struggling to finish those 6 to 8 reps. And I probably am going to need a little bit of rest in between my sets in order to challenge myself more. I hope this helps, guys. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. I would love to bring you some more workouts. This is one of my very first workouts in my at-home studio that I've done as a live. And like I said, I've been teaching classes in Zooms over and over again for the past, gosh, ever since COVID 20 years ago, or 2020. And I really love doing that. But I also love bringing ideas to you. I think that information should be free. So I love sharing these ideas. If you need more accountability, you can reach out to me and I would love to help you personalize some workouts for you. High five. Have a good day. You guys, I don't even know how to shut this off yet.